It's time to tantalize your taste buds. Food lovers, get ready for New York City's first ever African Restaurant Week. We just finished Fashion Week. Now it's time to eat, now that you've done with your diets.
Well, here to fill us in on what culinary delicacies to expect is renowned head chef Papa Konare Diagne of Jollof Restaurant, one of my favorite in the city, and African Restaurant Week's media director, Tarisai Gombe. Welcome to you both.
Hi, how are you, Lola? Shannon,
Welcome.
thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you.
Okay, I have to say, Jollof, when my husband was in graduate school, he used to come down over the weekends, and I used to run to Jollof, buy a whole bunch of food. His favorite, the chicken and rice. I think Jollof is why I'm married.
Did he think you cooked it?
Well, sometimes I used to pretend. Sometimes I used to pretend. 6 months in, I confess.
Listen, it got you the husband, so it works.
You got to do what you got to do. The way to an African man is through his stomach.
That's very true.
That's funny. And now she has to go there every week to continue getting food for him.
It's good business for Papa Konare over there.
No,
so
I kept him in business for many years. So yes, but so how was the idea of Africa Restaurant Week born?
Okay, so Akinsai, he's the CEO of Panla and A Taste of Africa USA, which is a brand in New York that just tries to, help out African culture and just spread as much of it as possible. So Panla, that's the catering side, they started throwing events in and around New York since about 2008. So they've actually built quite a following over the years, and they've found chefs that they've partnered with and around New York, restaurants that they're now networked with. And so the idea for African Restaurant Week then came about because we have all these friends and all these really small restaurants in Brooklyn or Harlem that nobody knows about, and it's right around the corner. It's close to your house. You probably pass it all the time, and you've never been in there. So we just said, you know what? We just need some time to highlight us and what we have to offer. So let's just compose it, and put it into an African Restaurant Week and just show it to the world and show them what we have to offer.
Well, you bring up a good point because New York is known for its diversity of food options, but you hear a lot about Korean, Italian, different things, pizza, of course. But I think sometimes the African cuisines are overlooked. Why is that?
Yeah, good point.
I think we just don't promote ourselves enough. You know what I mean? I think we need to start putting ourselves out there and just really saying, listen, this is who we are. Look at everything we offer, the flavors, the colors. And also now with the food, I think one thing that a lot of people aren't thinking about is, chefs have evolved as well. They're taking traditional dishes and they're jazzing them up a bit and they're making it sort of very New York chic. And people just don't think African food or African wine and pairing the two together or going out for dinner, to an African restaurant. And so I think it's just a matter of us putting ourselves in the right light and exposing ourselves and promoting ourselves and being proud of who we are and what we have to offer as Africans.
Okay, so what can we expect from this week?
Listen, Sunday, let me get started on the rundown of all the things that we have to offer. So on Sunday the 13th, that's actually the opening night gala. That's going to happen at Taj Lounge on West 21st and 6th Avenue, I believe.
Yeah, between 5th and 6th.
Yeah, so that's like an all-around tasting. You get to try out all four corners. Our wine sponsor, Cape Classics, will be there. They're a South African wine company. They're sponsoring the whole event, so you can pair your food with your wine. There'll be live performances. We'll have a media center so all our sponsors can come and talk about, what they're doing for Africa. Taste of Africa is also a philanthropic organization, so all the proceeds to tickets to, the opening night gala will be going to charities of our choice in Africa, that kind of thing.
Now, where can we purchase tickets at?
So we actually have an event website. It's called BU Events, BEUevents.com. So you can go there and purchase your tickets for the opening gala night, which is the Sunday. And then you can also see all the participating restaurants there as well for the whole week.
And there are 12 restaurants.
There are 12 restaurants, yeah. And they have a prefix meal. So this is appetizer, entree, and dessert for $30.
Okay, you're making me so hungry right now. I think it's time for us to head over to Chef Papa over there and taste some of this wonderful food. I mean,
I'm so jealous.
I know. We'll save some for you. Don't worry. We want to come over there because this looks amazing, and you have some great dishes that you prepared for us too, right?
Yes, I did prepare some jollof rice with fish and vegetables, some peanut butter sauce with vegetables.
Okay, well, before we get to all the food, because I'm going to eat, I know I want to eat, we want to hear a little bit about your background and how you became a chef. Was it your background, your upbringing that influenced you?
I wasn't like prepared to be a chef. It became just something very circumstantial. Even though I used to help a lot in the house where I was born and raised, because my grandma, she was the head of the household, and our way of making a living, what was turning our house, was to sell some fish patties, some peanuts, and
it worked out for you because you have an amazing restaurant. Lola is always talking about it.
It's delicious. And your food has
you.
also been featured in the New York Times and the Best of Brooklyn. What's it feel like to have these large institutions give you their stamp of approval?
That made me feel pretty good, you know, and I'm always trying to represent my country by having food featured by different media and tested by other people who are not Senegalese.
Okay, well, let's get to the food then.
Yes, time to eat.
Let's start with these patties over here.
These are some fish patties. Ooh. This is something I used to sell growing up in front of the library in Senegal after school.
Okay.
Yes.
These look delicious. And there's just fish in here.
It's just fish in it, and the onions are cooked into a tomato. That's the one we're dipping into it.
Very nice.
Love that.
Delicious. So everyone from Akon to Talib Kweli, Erykah Badu have been to your restaurants.
Yes.
What's it like? Oh, this is so good. I can't even speak. What's it like to have these celebrities come and visit you and come back over and over again?
Yes, it's always showed. And there is one thing at Jollof. We're trying to be consistent on the food, on the flavor and the quality of the food. And the people you mentioned, most of them start coming at me when they was college student, when they would start having their poetry night, and that was something they used to do at Jollof too. And that means they've been coming to Jollof before becoming celebrated.
And I know this is one of your popular dishes. Tell us about this right here.
Yeah, this is the main dish we sell. This is the Jollof rice with fish and vegetables.
This is jollof rice. This is a huge dish in Senegal, but it's also popular in countries like Nigeria and Ghana as well.
All over West Africa, everybody have their own way of making the jollof rice, but this is one of the main way we're making it in Senegal.
My mom's jollof rice is very good.
Can it compete?
I don't know if we can compete. Sorry, but this jollof rice is also very versatile because some people eat it with chicken. You can have it with the peanut butter sauce with vegetables.
I love the fullness of the fish. It's very compressed. It feels like it's not fluffy. It's really.
So this is one of your signature dishes also.
This is the signature dish.
And what is this called?
The chebujan.
Chebuchan. Okay.
It's something you find in a lot of households at noon in Senegal.
And what kind of vegetable is this?
This is some cabbage.
Oh, look, okay, I'm turned over so you can see, because it looked like something was under there. It would look like a shell. This is just regular cabbage.
Yeah, this is a regular cabbage.
What's the sauce on the cabbage?
It's cooked into a deep tomato sauce.
Okay.
And those are carrots, is that? What is
It's
that?
a carrot
and
some yuca.
Yuca.
Some people call it cassava. It's underground vegetable.
Now I can eat that cabbage. That is delicious. And
white
this
rice,
last
and
dish.
what is this?
This is the white rice. Is served with some peanut butter sauce with vegetables. It's a vegetarian dish.
That's good, because a lot of people think it's all about meats and different things, but you have a lot of vegetarian options as well.
I have a lot of vegan dishes.
Well, you have to, because Senegal has a huge Muslim community as well, and, you know, so.
And also,
I love peanut sauce.
I have
delicious.
a lot of people who are vegan, coming to the restaurant.
Why is Senegalese food so popular? Why do you think?
The flavor is not too strong.
Okay.
Yeah, and the food also is not that heavy. That's the one thing.
Okay. Well,
and what about the drinks you have here before we go?
The drinks I have here, this is a straight ginger, homemade ginger.
Oh, I want it.
And you mix this one?
This is a ginger mixed with the sorrel.
Okay.
It's something...
oh, this is delicious.
Oh.
You got to try this.
Oh, that is delicious. Now, these signature to your restaurant?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is some ginger.
We don't mind. We were so happy you bought all this delicious food.
He gets 2 drinks. I only get 1. That's not fair.
See, well, tell us about where your restaurant is located.
You used to have some beforehand.
I did. That's true.
Where's your restaurant located so we can come taste more of this delicious food?
Brooklyn on Bedford Avenue between Putnam and Madison. But previous to that, I was on Fulton Street since 1995.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to continue eating while Lola says goodbye.
Thank you for the food, and thank you for my husband, Papa Jollof. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
And you're watching Arise Entertainment 360.
All right.